I just want to make a quick intro for you guys. Basically, the point of these videos is to hold myself more accountable to make better decisions about the quantity and quality of food I eat, because sometimes I don't eat at all, sometimes I eat way too much, sometimes I eat really healthy, and then sometimes I eat really unhealthy. So it scares the hell out of me, but it's all for a good cause, to improve my fertility and lose weight. So here goes nothing. Good morning. It is Saturday, and I'm really tired. I just woke up a little while ago. Anyway, I am going to have something to take my pills with. This is a protein shake. This is what I use when I don't feel like getting out the blender or washing the blender from the day before. Actually, it's really for the days when I have to leave the house and I don't have time for breakfast or to make anything. It is a soy and gluten-free protein shake. It's a vanilla flavor. It's organic. I really like it. And I have to take my Femara, my fish oil, my antibiotic. Sorry about my messy desk behind me. So it has been a couple of hours since I had my protein drink. Now I have just filled my water cup. This is one of the BPA-free Aladdin mason jar style drinking cups, but this is the big old 32-ouncer. So you can drink 2 of these and you've got your minimum water requirement for the day. I usually drink 4 or more of them in a day. And the straw just helps me get it down faster. That makes a big difference. And now I am about to have 20 raspberries, organic raspberries, and 20 almonds. So this is the dilemma that I run into pretty much every day, is I am really busy with work and I eat hardly anything, if anything at all. And then I skip lunch, or I'll have kind of a crappy lunch and end up being really hungry at dinner and making poor decisions, partially because I know I've barely eaten all day and I feel like I've got room to eat things that I shouldn't, or by the time, I don't know if any of you experience this, but if you try to keep your metabolism going and just have small snacks throughout the day, I'm just ravenous. I just feel like I physically could just keep going. So it's hard because food is a very social thing, and I do go out to dinner a lot, and I do have a lot of plans with people where that ends up being the case. And Mike wanted to go out to dinner tonight, just the 2 of us, which we don't do very often as a couple, but he got to thinking, and after we talked for a little while, he decided he'd rather bring food home. So he is bringing home burrito bowls for us, and despite the giant dose of calories that you get in a meal like that, I'm still going to be just under 300 calories for my budget for the day. So I'll probably not eat anything more before bed, but there are times where, say if we had gone out to eat tonight, I definitely would have exceeded my calories because we were going to go to a place that has chips and salsa, and we would have just kept eating it because they just keep bringing it. And when I get this hungry this time of day, because I've eaten so poorly in my mind, I didn't plan well enough. I didn't set myself up to be less hungry at dinner time. So I would have probably done a lot of horrible things. But I'm planning to do a lot of what I did before my last IVF. I tried to not have much processed white flour or processed carbohydrates, and if I did, they would be gluten-free. Now I say try not to have much, because saying I won't have any will make me hysterical, and I'll want to order 3 pizzas and eat them all in one sitting. So I try to make sure that I don't feel deprived or crazy, because I already feel so miserable emotionally doing all of my TTC stuff that sometimes food's one of the only comforts that I have. And that sounds awful, but I just want to make sure that I'm not being too restrictive. And that's why I think I was so successful before my first IVF, because I just made sure that everything was mostly gluten-free. I was not counting calories. I was being mindful of getting in fruits and vegetables specifically, because I feel like fruit is easy. You know, you just rinse it off and eat it. But vegetables, there aren't a lot of vegetables that I would eat raw, at least not on a regular basis. So I did a lot of that. I tried to eliminate soda. Soda is my biggest guilty pleasure in life. I wish I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I do. I never keep it in the house, but it's just one of those things. Like, I was always the type of person that, like, I worked in retail. I didn't have time to eat, so I would have soda. It would fill me up, and it tasted good, and I would prefer it over an actual meal a lot of the time. So, you know, that's something that a bad habit that I used to have. But if I'm really moody one day and I want to have a little bit of soda, sometimes I will, and then I'll just follow it up with like a disgusting amount of water to like dilute it in my stomach, because it makes me feel better about having had any. But basically that's what I'm trying to get at by making videos like this. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to eat perfectly, because I know I'm not capable of that, obviously, or I would do it already. So I'm just trying to, I guess, document the things that I've been having, and I don't know, maybe I will be... Sorry, I did. But I figure this holds me a little bit more accountable, and I'm going to try and be better prepared. Hopefully tomorrow I can do some food prep for next week so that I don't run into a lot of this. You know, today, actually having the two individual small things that I had today, that's not that out of the normal for me, but some days I'm so busy and I just work right through, and then I'm so hungry and I eat terribly. So that's pretty much it. I feel really weird talking about and posting this. It's funny, I can talk about transvaginal ultrasounds and, you know, intimate details of what my menstrual cycle is like, but talking about the things that I eat is very sensitive to me, because I know that a lot of times when you are overweight, you're judged very harshly on the things that you eat, and it's easy to be like, oh, just don't do that, or just do this, but factoring in things like time, and to me the biggest things are time, like preparation time, or I wait too long and then suddenly I'm too hungry to care or too hungry to wait or whatever. And the other thing is really emotions. You know, food is like celebratory, or it's for, you know, good mood, bad mood, whatever. I've talked about that in the past. So I'm just going to try my best and work on that. But it's hard to talk about. I feel defensive of it, and I feel nervous about it a lot of the time. So that's pretty much it.